The massive Garaxian warship hung in Earth's orbit like a dark cloud, its crystalline surface reflecting the sun's rays in patterns that seemed almost hypnotic. Inside the United Nations Emergency Council chamber, Ambassador Kextel's hologram towered 20 feet tall, his 6 eyes glowing with barely contained disdain. Your species has been granted the honor of joining the Garaxian Empire, the alien diplomat announced, mandibles clicking. The tribute price is modest, merely 10% of your planet's population, to serve as labor in our crystalline mines. You have 48 Earth hours to comply. The chamber erupted in shouts and protests, but Dr. Sarah Chen, Earth's chief negotiator, remained perfectly still. After 15 years studying alien civilizations, she recognized something the Garaxians had missed. Humanity's greatest weapon wasn't their technology or military might, it was their history. "Ambassador," she said, her voice cutting through the chaos, "I'd like to tell you a story about the last species that tried to enslave humans." Kextel's inner eyes blinked in confusion. "There must be some mistake. You are a pre-FTL civilization. No spacefaring race has encountered your kind before." Sarah smiled. "Exactly. We did this to ourselves. Humans enslaving humans. And every time throughout our history, do you know what happened to the slavers?" The chamber grew quiet. Sarah stood, her small frame somehow matching the alien hologram in presence. They lost every single time. Not because the slaves were stronger or better armed, but because there is something in human nature that refused to bow, that breaks chains, that turns tools into weapons and weakness into strength. She walked to the center of the chamber, triggering the holographic display. Images from human history filled the air around her, ancient rebellions, revolutionary wars, liberation movements. We've spent thousands of years practicing resistance. When we're cornered, we don't submit. We innovate. We improvise. We turn every single thing you think makes us weak into an advantage. Kextel's mandibles twitched. "You speak boldly for a species that cannot even leave its solar system." "Can't we?" Sarah pressed a button and new images appeared. Secret orbital defense platforms, automated drone swarms, and something that made the alien ambassador step back. Detailed scans of his own ship's crystalline structure, complete with calculated resonance frequencies. "We may not have FTL ships, Ambassador, but we have been preparing for this moment since we first looked up at the stars. Every piece of alien technology we've studied, every signal we've intercepted, every trace of your empire we've detected. We've been learning, planning. Your crystalline ships? Beautiful, but they have a fatal flaw. They can shatter." The ambassador's hologram flickered as he received urgent communications from his ship. Sarah continued, her voice steel wrapped in silk. "Right now, 500 automated orbital platforms are calibrated to emit sonic pulses at exactly the frequency that will turn your mighty warship into space dust. We've had them for decades, waiting, watching." "You're bluffing," Kextel hissed. His outer eyes were darting nervously. "This is your only warning, Ambassador. Humanity doesn't pay tribute. We don't surrender. And if you check your long-range sensors, you'll notice that we've already transmitted the specifications of your ship's weaknesses to every nation on Earth. Even if you destroy one country, 100 others will know exactly how to tear your fleet apart." Sarah's eyes met each of Kextel's 6. "We're not trapped here with you, Ambassador. You're trapped here with us. Every human child knows stories of rebellion against tyranny. It's in our literature, our dreams, our very DNA. We've spent millennia turning the art of resistance into a science." The chamber was dead silent as she delivered her final warning. "So here's our counteroffer. Leave. Tell your empire that Earth is not a treasure to be plundered or a people to be enslaved. We are your worst nightmare, a species that has spent its entire history learning how to overthrow empires. And we're very, very good at it." Kextel's hologram vanished without another word. Moments later, sensors showed the massive warship breaking orbit, its crystalline surface catching the sun one last time before it disappeared into the depths of space. In the following weeks, Earth's transmitters picked up fragments of Garaxian communications. The messages spoke of a forbidden world where slaves became warriors, where chains became weapons, and where an empire's strength became its weakness. They spoke of Earth with fear and wonder, marking it in their star charts with a simple warning that would echo through the galaxy. This world breaks empires. Do not return. Sarah Chen stood at her office window that evening, watching the stars. Humanity had revealed its hand, shown that their apparent weakness was a carefully crafted deception. But she knew it wasn't their weapons or their technology that had truly driven the Garaxians away. It was the truth in her words. Every human carried within them the legacy of 1,000 rebellions, the collected knowledge of countless resistances. They were living proof that no chain was unbreakable, no empire invincible. The stars seemed to shine brighter that night, as if acknowledging a simple truth. Humanity didn't need faster-than-light travel or crystal ships to be a force in the galaxy. They just needed to be what they had always been: unbreakable, unstoppable, and absolutely unwilling to kneel. The Garaxian Empire had demanded tribute, and Earth had given them something far more valuable, a lesson in human nature. They came expecting slaves, but found warriors. They came seeking tribute, but found defiance. They came to conquer Earth, and Earth had simply smiled and warned them, run.